Hey guys, it's Matt from Train Sim Society. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. So we've got another character spotlight trailer for Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor. And this time the focus is on Gordon. So this is episode 4 of the Spotlight series, and I think it's very fitting because Gordon is Sodor's number 4 engine. So this little teaser trailer gives us a look at Gordon's routes across Sodor, and these are described as the largest and fastest on the island. We see the grand platforms at Knapford and the mainline rails, and you also get a good sense of scale for where Gordon operates. Now, from a gameplay perspective, you're handling busy stations and hauling heavy loads, also working alongside other engines. And yes, Gordon's Hill is in there. You've also got the troublesome trucks and high-speed runs on the mainline. Now, out of all the characters, all of their potential gameplay within this, I gotta say, I think I'm looking most forward to Gordon. Probably because Express gameplay usually ends up being my favorite in TSW. Now, according to the article, Gordon appears in multiple scenarios alongside recreations of classic stories like Thomas and Gordon. So you're getting that blend of moments fans already know alongside brand new adventures. Now, one of the bigger things the article digs into is Explore mode, which is essentially this game's version of free roam from Train Sim World. So in Explore mode, there's no timetable and no story. You pick your engine, start wherever you want, and drive at your own pace. We have some clips of this happening. It even looks to have the same overlay effect on the track as it does in TSW. You can also explore on foot as well, which is nice. I did see some people wondering if this means that we could walk across the entire island, and honestly, if it does work anything like the free roam mode in TSW where you can spawn in on foot, I guess you could. So from this trailer, we see a little compass on screen and what looks like a time of day indicator with a sun icon. Now, we already knew that this game was getting a completely different user interface, and we have seen different facets of this so far with, both the main menu and also some other overlays here and there. But I'm definitely curious about how path setting will work here. Now, if it's anything like TSW where you can set your own routes and just go wherever you want, that would be great. But what I would love to see in Explore mode is it working like it does in TSW, where you can actually place down trains and take them wherever you want while you have that timetable operating around you. Now, if it ends up just being you and no one else, kind of like the standalone free roam mode in TSW, I think that would lose a bit of the charm, honestly. But I don't think we know that for sure. I think we're gonna have to wait and see on that. The article also highlights photo mode as well, so you'll be able to freeze the action, adjust camera angles, play with the lighting, and save your shots. This is a feature that TSW has, so I'm assuming it's going to work very similar to that, and who knows, maybe it could have a couple of new things. We'll have to wait and see on that though, but my guess is probably not. I really love how we get to hear all of their whistles as well, and horn too, of course, for Diesel. I think everything sounds great so far, and also over in the Dovetail Discord, it has been confirmed that there are plans to add a facial expressions menu for the engines. This was previously confirmed, and I believe I talked about it in our initial video, kind of going over everything that was initially announced. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. So it's sounding like you'll be able to swap between different expressions from a list. Now, that will not be coming at launch, but it is planned for later. Also, music is also coming to the game, but Dovetail isn't going to talk about it until later. I'm assuming closer to release. Maybe it's going to get its own dedicated article, or maybe a section within a future article. I don't know, but I'm curious to learn more on that. Now, one thing I spotted at Knapford Station is what appears to be a gallery. I'm not too familiar with the animated series. I'm actually in the process of watching things now just because I really want to get into the story and the lore and, the locations, the iconic landmarks on Sodor, of course, before this game comes, because I know I'm gonna have the time of my life with it. And I did notice there was something like this in the animated show, but I don't remember if it was the same thing or not. Now, you can see in these screenshots from the game, it looks empty. I did see some speculation that maybe this is gonna be where collected items will go for the collectibles. Maybe they'll show up there. Now, nothing is confirmed, but I think that would be a fun addition if that is the direction they're going. Something I've been thinking about out a lot with this game is just how much reference material Dovetail has to work with. I mean, with real-world train simulation, the team has to physically visit railroads and record their own sounds, get photographs, of every angle, and if they miss something, they just don't have it. Yeah, they have the community for reference, but sometimes they just don't have everything. But Thomas is actually a completely different situation. There are just years and years of the animated series, all of it publicly available, with every character shown from every angle and detailed CGI. And on top of that, we obviously know that Dovetail is working directly with Mattel on this, so they have access to even more beyond what's already out there. Now, from what I have seen from the Thomas CGI series recently, I think they've done a great job on the character modeling. Actually, kind of blown away, to be honest. I think they've captured the look of these engines really accurately, and it also just matches the environment of the game itself. I feel like it would look a bit weird if they tried to make them like photorealistic to the CGI series, because then the environment wouldn't match up. And honestly, I think having that mountain of reference material has made a real difference in how accurate they can make all of these characters. It definitely makes me curious about how it's changed their development process compared to building real-world routes where sourcing is so much harder. If there ever is like a Q&A session, that's probably a question that I'm gonna ask them, because I am genuinely curious. So pre-order listings are now alive across several retailers. We have Smith's Toys and also Amazon. And you might notice the listed release date is December 31st of 2026. I wouldn't read too much into that. This is a standard placeholder date that retailers use when the actual release date hasn't been announced yet. We know it's coming sometime this year, and I would say it's almost certainly going to land well before that placeholder. And obviously they confirm yet once again here with this new teaser, the full platform list, which we already knew: PC, Steam, Epic, PlayStation, Xbox, and also both Nintendo Switches. So pretty much every major platform is covered. And as for the Spotlight series, Percy is confirmed as the next character to get the trailer treatment. And with Percy likely to be the last before James, who's part of the deluxe bundle, maybe we'll see one for him, not too sure. We're running out of Spotlight, so I have a feeling that the release date announcement isn't too far off. But I want to know what you guys are most looking forward to with Gordon. Are you excited for Explore mode or the story recreations in game? And if you could pick one character that could maybe potentially come as DLC down the line if they do go down that path, who would it be and why? I'm so excited for this game, and of course I'm going to keep you guys up to date on all the new stuff and what I'm thinking about it so far. I'm really hoping that we get this thing before the summertime. I really am. I mean, I think we all know that we're likely getting TSW 7 in the fall around September. It's usually when we get it. So I'm thinking maybe spring or summer for this, but we also have Metro Rivals to look forward to as well. And I think they're gonna kind of want each title to have its own dedicated space. So maybe best case scenario, Thomas in the spring, Metro Rivals in the summer, and TSW 7 in the fall, but who knows. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Take care and happy rail simming.